Hey, welcome. Today we're diving into something that's frankly a game changer for the nonprofit world. We're talking about Agentic AI and how it might just be the most productive new teammate you could ever ask for.
Does this look familiar? I mean, you got into this work because you're passionate about the mission, right? But somehow you end up just buried under a mountain of spreadsheets, donor reports, and just all that admin busy work. It feels like a constant battle to find time for what actually matters, connecting with people and moving your mission forward.
And you're definitely not alone in this. These are pretty much the big three headaches for so many nonprofits. Fundraising feels like an impossible uphill battle. Trying to keep donors engaged is a constant worry. In the administrative load, it is just relentless. If any of that is ringing a bell, you're in the right place, because a new kind of help is finally here.
Okay, so let's meet this new teammate. And I want to be clear, we're not just talking about another piece of software or some simple automation tool. We are talking about something fundamentally different. We're talking about Agentic AI.
This right here is the best way to think about it. For years, we've had traditional AI, which is kind of like a super advanced calculator. You give it a very specific task, say, segment this donor list, and it spits out an answer. It's powerful for sure, but it's totally reactive. It waits for you. Agentic AI, though, it's like a proactive virtual coworker. It doesn't just sit there waiting for instructions, it actually takes initiative.
And look, this isn't just a clever analogy we came up with. As Andy Snyder over at Blackbaud puts it, it really feels like a coworker that can drive outcomes all on its own. So this isn't about doing small tasks faster. This is about managing entire workflows from the beginning all the way to the end. So here's the textbook definition, but let's break it down. Agentic AI is an autonomous system. It manages complex stuff, it makes decisions on its own, and this is the really key part. It adapts in real time. So if it notices a fundraising campaign isn't quite working, it can actually adjust its strategy on the fly, all without needing you to step in.
Okay, so that all sounds pretty great in theory, but what does this actually look like in the real world? Let's get into some real-world examples of nonprofits that are already seeing just incredible results. First up, we've got Animal Haven. Their challenge was a classic one. How do you turn those one-time donors into loyal, recurring supporters? It's a tough nut to crack. So they turned to AI to personalize the donation suggestions that people saw when they visited their website.
And the result? Get this, a staggering 264% increase in recurring donors. I mean, that's not just a small tweak. That is a transformational change to their financial stability. And they did it by treating every single potential donor like an individual. Now let's switch gears and look at a completely different kind of problem, pure scale. Blue Star Families was trying to manage a massive database of 1.5 million records. Just imagine the administrative work just to keep that data clean and usable. It was immense.
So they brought in an AI agent, and check out this number. They saved 400 administrative hours. Not per month, not per year, per week. That is literally the equivalent of 10 full-time employees, and as a bonus, they doubled their data accuracy. Just incredible.
And this quote from their VP of Technology, Michael Kang, really gets to the heart of it. The goal isn't about replacing people, it's about empowering them. It's about giving every single person on the team, no matter their tech skills, the power to make smarter, data-driven decisions. This table just lays it all out, doesn't it? Look at the difference. On one side, you've got these slow, manual, clunky workflows. But with Agentic AI, you get automated, real-time tracking. Instead of generic mass emails that nobody reads, you get personalized, triggered updates. It's a complete shift in how the core work gets done. All right, so you're seeing the potential. The next logical question is probably, okay, great, but how can my organization actually do this? It might seem a little intimidating, but there's a pretty clear roadmap you can follow to get started. It really boils down to 3 manageable steps. First, and this is important, don't try to boil the ocean. Start small. Pick a focused pilot project to just test the waters. Second, and this one is non-negotiable, you have to build a strong data foundation. And third, always maintain human oversight. Remember, this is a tool to amplify human work, not to replace it. Let's just pause on that second point for a moment, because it is absolutely critical. You've heard it before. Garbage in, garbage out. It's never been more true. Your AI is only going to be as smart as the data you feed it. So before you even think about this stuff, you have to get serious about cleaning, organizing, and standardizing your data.
Okay, it's really easy to get swept up in the promise of new technology. It's exciting, but to actually be successful, we also have to be realistic about the challenges. So let's do a quick reality check here. The promise versus the potential pitfalls.
On one side, the benefits are crystal clear. Huge gains in efficiency, deeper relationships with donors, the ability to scale your impact. But on the flip side, the challenges are just as real. This isn't plug and play. It's going to require you to redesign workflows. It forces you to solve that data quality issue we just talked about. And, maybe most importantly, you have to manage the human side of this change.
This quote from Geoff Korb at the Huron Consulting Group really nails it. This is not about a blanket substitution of people. It's about making smart, strategic choices that actually align with your mission. It's about using technology to amplify your purpose, not lose sight of it. And that really leaves us with the big final question, doesn't it? This technology gives us incredible power to automate and to scale our work, but we're in a sector that's built on empathy and connection and trust. So how do we make sure we protect that uniquely human touch that is the real engine of our mission? That's the challenge and the opportunity that lies ahead. Thanks so much for tuning in.